And I'm reading verses 38 to 48, but I'm reading from Eugene Peterson's The Message, so it will sound a little differently if you follow along. Listen for God's word. Here is another old saying that deserves a second look. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Is that going to get us anywhere? Here's what I propose. Don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues you for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit for tat stuff. Live generously. You're familiar with the old written law, love your friend, and he's actually quoting here the very end of the Old Testament, the written text that we just read. Love your fellow Israelite. You're familiar with the old written law, love your friend, and its unwritten companion, hate your enemy. I am challenging that. I'm telling you to love your enemies. Let them bring out the best in you, not the worst. When someone gives you a hard time, respond with the energies of prayer, for then you are working out of your true selves, your God-created selves. This is what God does. He gives his best, the sun to warm and the rain to nourish, to everyone, regardless, the good and the bad, the nice and the nasty. If all you do is love the lovable, do you expect a bonus? Anybody can do that. If you simply say hello to those who greet you, do you expect a medal? Any run-of-the-mill sinner does that. In a word, what I am saying is, grow up. Your kingdom subjects, now live like it. Live out of your God-created identity. Live generously and graciously toward others the way God lives toward you. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
We don't have regular TV in our house anymore. I got tired of the highway robbery they charge for a package that allows me to watch the 4 channels I want to watch, so we don't have it. But when we did, one of our very favorite people to watch on television was Mike Holmes. Anybody else a Mike Holmes fan? Okay, well the Hayes know who he is. Mike Holmes has had a variety of shows, mostly on DIY type channels, including Holmes on Homes and Holmes Does It Right and Holmes Makes It Right. He is a Canadian contractor, and he really knows how to manage renovations, repair, and maintenance, as well as building from the ground up. He is a man who is absolutely dedicated to craftsmanship and to using the best product and the best approach to every construction problem. He would go in on his show that we like the best. He would go in after crummy, disreputable contractors would screw somebody's house over, and he would make it right. And truly make it right. If that meant he had to tear it down to the foundation. In 2006, he was recognized in Canada's House of Commons for his support for improved building standards and skilled trades in Canada. He also, in that same year, launched a charitable foundation in Canada to support the training of youth in the skilled trades. Here recently, he came down and built a remarkable, sustainable, green, and hurricane-resistant house in New Orleans. as part of Brad Pitt's project in New Orleans. And today he's developing a unique community of eco-friendly and sustainable homes in Alberta that are setting a new standard for residential construction. He's the guy who does it right. You know, he just is that man who will not do less than the best job that can be done. And I love to watch him do it, and to work with his team, who are an excellent team. Okay, this one is going to get more hands. How many of you know John Parks? John Parks is Bandon's answer to Mike Holmes. Okay? Most of you know that John Parks did the work of rebuilding the foundation of the building that we are in. And it was a great pleasure to watch he and his crew do that, because he also works with the best possible technique and tells you exactly what he's doing and explains why he's doing it and spends the extra to do it right. George and I were very blessed to be invited to Rick and Liz Parker's house for a wonderful Italian meal. Don't ever turn down an invitation to the Parkers. But in addition to a delightful meal, we got a tour of their house. And John built their house. Now, house building is a little bit different than the kind of work that was done here on the foundation, so it gave John a playground to try all kinds of things. Either of you want to give it an example?
The back porch, we originally wanted a screened porch. John would say, well, the wind's going to blow in there, the rain, and you're going to have a flood on your porch. It was kind of like, yeah, we'll go with windows. Nice big sliding ones.
Right, and then he picked out the best possible windows for them, because the idea was they wanted it to be as open and as sunny and available as possible. So he found these wonderful sliding windows that are the height of their back porch, and accomplished what they wanted, but did it in a way that he knew was going to last and be something they would really enjoy for the future. They turned him loose on some other projects. I wish you guys want to go see Rick's garage, because John's crew built wonderful storage and work areas for him in the garage, and kept finding these little corners who said, well, would you like me to do this? And when you look at the work, you know it was built to last. It was built right. It's not all wonky. And the materials that we used were the best possible materials. Okay, all that to say this. That's what these texts that we looked at, listened to today, are all telling us. The way that we build our lives, how we go about doing that, the materials that we use, and the approaches are going to make the difference in the final product. That scripture from 1 Corinthians says, if anyone builds on the foundation, and of course Christ is the foundation, the only place we can begin. If anyone builds on the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, the work of each builder will become visible in the day of trial. The fire will test it and show what kind of work was done. How we build our lives, our families, our businesses, our community of faith, our community of Bandon, our state, our nation, our world. Those things can only be done those can only be done by building correctly, by following the proven rules, those things that are known to work correctly, paying attention to the rules of gravity that tell us if you do this, you're going to fall, and using quality materials, integrity. That's what Holmes is about. That's what John Park's work is about. It's an integrity in what they do. Be holy as God is holy. Be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. The full sense here of this word perfect is actually mature, complete, wholly one, all of a kind, of the same integrity through and through. That's the life we are called to as Christians. That all that we do in our relationships, in building our lives, be done in integrity. And that integrity is found in truth, in transparency, in respect, in equality, in compassion for others, and justice. Or, if you boil it all down, love. Love for God, love for ourselves,